This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com, featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. All right. Teen health. Everybody's sort of worried about these teens. You know, they're nose deep into their phones. There's a lot of odd behavior that we never experienced when we were that age. And we're worried. I think for the first time as a group, we're worried about this next generation. But social media use can actually help teens with mental health. Kind of a 180 here, huh?
While the amount of screen time for children is a common concern for many parents, some researchers say more focus should be put on how their teenagers are using social media.
The biggest problem for kids when dealing with social media is the social comparison. And this is where they start looking at who they are, what they're doing, how they look, and comparing it to people online.
Associate Professor Scotty Cash at The Ohio State University says social media often only shows the positive side of people's lives.
That's right. They don't show the negative times when they're crying and homesick and want to leave college. It just shows them at a football game or, as a cheerleader. It doesn't show the real desperate times,
which could send the wrong message to teens.
They start questioning about themselves and who are they and how do they fit in. And so if they also have any anxiety or depression, then those can also get amplified.
Cash says the negative effects from teenagers comparing themselves to their peers online plays into fears many parents have towards social media. But new research may tell a different story.
They're starting to find that there are some positive factors that people actually can connect using social media.
Cash advises parents to follow the 5 C's when talking to their children about social media.
What? The 5 C's? What is that?
They include focusing on the child, content, calming down, crowding out, and communication.
Seems like a stretch to get them all with the C.
Child,
okay.
Content,
all right, 2 for 2.
Calming down.
I don't know.
Crowding out.
What? Crowning out?
Crowding out?
Crowding or crowning out?
Oh.
What does that mean, Bellio? Crowning out? Anybody? No?
Crowding out and communication.
The more that we can find ways for parents to understand it and use it as a way to connect, I think that's where we're going to see some changes and probably have some buffering effects.
All right. Well, there you go. When Letterman, you know what? I have cable. I have Spectrum cable. And when I turn my TV on, the first thing that pops up is David Letterman's old shows. And I've been watching his old shows now for about 2 months. And man, was that a great time. When Letterman was hot and Letterman was funny and Letterman had his own show in the evening, there was nothing better in the world. Nothing better than to take a couple of beers down, maybe blow a little weed, and watch the Letterman show. It was one pure hour of gold every single night. The show never missed. I know that he didn't think it was great every night. I did. I thought it was great every night. I used to record it. I used to tape it. I used to watch it and record it and then watch it again. I watched it back to back almost every night, like a lunatic. Like if I was going out with a girl and she saw that, she'd be like, "Wow, this guy's crazy. What's going on with this guy?" But that's how great it was. And now I get to re-experience that and watch it every single day. And he has old guests on, old celebrities on, and then they have behind the scenes on how they did the show, and it is awesome. The Letterman channel on Spectrum is worth the entire monthly fee that I pay to Spectrum. But here's my case, and here's why I bring it up. When Letterman retired, I heard probably 40 comedians, top-level comedians, the Jerry Seinfelds, Bill Burr, name the, Leno, whatever it is, name the top comedians when he was retiring. And they all came out and said how much they're going to miss David Letterman. All of them. Every single one of them, including Jay Leno. And I don't know if Jay and David Letterman got along at the time. But every top-level comedian, Ray Romano, all these guys, they all came out and said how much they're going to miss Letterman and the David Letterman show. Okay, I bring that up for a reason. Stephen Colbert is now going to lose his show. And so far, I haven't heard one comedian come forward and say how much they're going to miss his show, how much they're going to love his show, how much they're going to, they want his show to continue. Not one comedian. You know who's coming out? Senators, congresspeople, and governors. Governor Newsom had a piece on it. I think it was, who's the senator from Adam Schiff? And then the crazy woman from Maine. There's a bunch of politicians that came out and said it's horrible that Stephen Colbert is going to lose his show. That proves to you that the show was directed towards half the audience. Because not one comedian, not one popular, famous comedian has come forward that I've seen and said we're going to miss the Stephen Colbert show. Because he didn't go that direction. He didn't go to try to make it funny. He went to make it political. And this is what happens at the end. You get politicians coming out saying that they're going to, miss him and miss his show and want a hearing on what happened to his show. That's proof right there that poor decisions were made. Poor decisions. At the end of the night, people want to be entertained. They don't want right wing, left wing, independent. They don't want politics at all. They want jokes at the end. They've had a hard day. They've had a lot of problems. They've had problems with their kids, their wife, their husband, their job, their pay. They're broke. They perhaps are not feeling well. Maybe an illness has hit the family. Maybe a death has hit the family. And they want to leave reality for an hour. And Letterman did that every night. Leno did it every night. Johnny Carson did it every night. And these new guys don't do it. And that's why they're going away. And nobody learns. Nobody said, hey, wait a minute. It's costing CBS $40 million a year to keep Stephen Colbert on. Why do we have him on? And they didn't. They canceled it. They didn't want to lose $40 million a year. It's purely a money decision. It has nothing to do with the content on the show. That's what they say. But you have to think that it probably does. All right, we're going to take a small break here. Again, if you want to contribute to these three beautiful, brave men who lost their life with the LA Sheriff's Department, you can do so. You can go to our website or social media, @Conway Show. @Conway Show. They left behind 16 children. 16 kids have been left behind. It's unbelievable. It's unimaginable. The loss that they've had. Josh Eklund, 7 kids. Bill Osborne, 6 kids. And Vic Lemus, 3 kids. 16 children left behind because of that one explosion on Friday with the LA Sheriff's Department. It's beyond sad. But if you want to help out, you can do so. Just go to our website, or our social media, I should say, at Conway Show. And we have a link that will connect you there to the ALADS, ALADS. And these going to be a tough year for these kids. And you could make it easier.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
Our garbage disposal was leaking over the last couple of weeks, and I went and bought one at Costco. And I meant to install it. I just sort of didn't get around to it. Meant to do it myself, but I don't want to take that chance. And it leaks, and then $4,800 worth of damage to the kitchen. So I said, okay, I'll call a plumber and have him do it. I think I'm getting, I don't know, over my head. I mean, I could do it, but I don't want to take a chance. So my wife, Jennifer, she said, hey, what is it going to cost to get a plumber out here to do it? I said, I don't know, $200, $180, $200 to install a garbage disposal. Seems reasonable. And she said, if she does it, can she spend that money on new shoes or hat or clothes or whatever? I said, yeah. And she did. She installed the garbage disposal. How great is that? Are you married to somebody who can install a garbage disposal? I am. That's a brag. Are you Crozier? Are you married to a woman who can install a garbage disposal?
My wife is married to someone who can. And has numerous times.
All right, I get that. But are you married to somebody that can install a garbage disposal?
Not that I'm aware of.
Your wife is married, though, to what?
Indeed. I understand he's a hell of a guy. Knows his stuff.
Plastic. My buddy was hanging pictures over his sink, and a screw went into it, and it got caught, and he turned it on to try to grind it up. That didn't help. And so they were going to charge him $180 to come out and take that apart and to take that screw out, because it was really dug in there, welded into it. And I said, buddy, let me give it a shot. So I brought my tools over there, took it apart, took the screw out, put it back together, and saved him $180. And he was so depressed that he couldn't do it. He goes, I can't believe it. That my wife sees you come in, take it apart, put it back together, and you leave. He goes, I just felt bad. I said, well, I didn't do that for you to feel bad. I did so you can save some money. He says, yeah, but where'd you learn how to do that? I said, from my dad. And Crozier, you probably learned it from your dad.
Yeah, generally.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did pretty, practical work in mine, and he did construction, so I was around a lot of that stuff.
Right. Like if you have over like 2 weeks ago, there was a GFI outlet on the outside of our house that didn't work anymore.
Right.
And I just shut the electricity off and replaced it.
Yeah.
And it was
it
was simple, but I don't trust it as much as if I hired somebody.
Really?
Yeah. Like I constantly look at it and go, oh, is this thing going to catch fire or blow up? Or I don't know. Hunter Biden is in the news. He discusses who he's blaming for the cocaine found at the White House. And let's find out. Let's find out whose coke it was.
They're opening up an investigation to cocaine that was found in a cubby outside the West Wing of the White House.
I think it was Don Jr. Oh, you're talking about old White House?
Yeah, when my dad was there.
Oh, so they just got to blame you automatically.
Yeah, I mean, they're literally going to do an FBI, another congressional investigation, because they've convinced themselves that it had to be me, that there was a little tiny. And I guess my point of even bringing it up is that no. I have been clean and sober since June of 2019, and I have not touched a drop of alcohol or a drug, and I'm incredibly, incredibly proud of that.
And why would you bring cocaine to the White House?
Why would I bring cocaine to the White House, stick it into a cubby outside the Situation Room in the West Wing when I wasn't there? Anyway, who the f*** knows?
And politicians, I mean, they do blow, right?
Okay, so he also was talking about Ambien, and he had a pretty long interview with this guy, and he blames a lot of people for, knifing his dad and during the re-election. And I know you're going to think this is crazy, what I'm about to tell you. But I think that Hunter Biden is the left's version of Donald Trump. Like a lot of these guys go on podcasts like Newsom, and he swears and it doesn't seem authentic. he doesn't really know how to use the F word. Or if he does, he uses it like, you cringe when he uses it. But this Hunter Biden uses it properly. When he bangs out that F word or the S word, it is perfectly placed. This guy's been to a racetrack before. And it's put in the proper context. And I think that this, and call me crazy, Crozier, I think that Hunter Biden could be a president of the United States one day. I really do. I think this guy has that same sort of mojo that you can't explain that Donald Trump has for MAGA. I think this guy has it on the other side. And I think if he got up on stage, he would blow all these other career politicians away.
I think in this day and age, you probably ain't wrong.
Okay. I'll take it.
A few years ago, I might have said, you're crazy.
Right, yeah.
Just nothing surprises me now.
Yeah, I think this guy might be the next president, maybe not the next president, but could be the president one day. Hunter Biden. Mark my words. You heard it here on KFI on July 21st. Ooh, is this the 21st?
It is.
1 year from today, we go on that cruise. 1 year from today, we're going on a cruise on my favorite rocket ship. We're going on a cruise from Seattle. Go to ConwayCruise.com. ConwayCruise.com. All right, here's some more audio of Hunter Biden, the future president of the United States.
He's 81 years old. He's tired as shit.
He's talking about his dad.
They give him Ambien to be able to sleep. He gets up on the stage, and he looks like he's a deer in the headlights. And it feeds into every story that anybody wants to tell. And Jake Tapper with literally how many anonymous sources. If this was a conspiracy, Andrew, you know this, somehow the entirety of a White House in which you literally living on top of each other has kept their mouth shut.
Yeah, but listen how he uses these swear words.
And it feeds into every story that anybody wants to tell.
They're perfect. On a swear scale, 10 out of 10. Guy nailed it. He sounds authentic when he swears. People don't mind if you swear and you sound like you use it properly and it's authentic and that's your emotion. But when you see, God almighty, I was watching Adam Schiff. When he swears, oh, Babo. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, it sounds like, bless you. It sounds like he's forcing it. But this Hunter Biden uses that F word properly.
He's tired as shit.
And the S word.
He's tired as shit. They give him Ambien to be able to sleep. He gets up on the stage, and he looks like he's a deer in the headlights. And it feeds into every story that anybody wants to.
President of the United States, mark my words, I'm telling you, he's going to be the Democratic president of the United States one day. I know you guys all think I'm an idiot and I'm a fool and I'm wrong and it'll never happen. Trust me, it's going to either be very close or he is going to be president of the United States. Hunter Biden.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
There is a public safety meeting tonight at 7 o'clock, so it's 25 minutes from now. All right. So you got to slide over there. Let's find out where the public safety meeting is with D.A. Hochman. People are rattled in Encino because of the double murder that happened off of White Oak last week. I think it was Thursday. And or Wednesday. People are rattled. $4 million, $5 million homes, and yet guys come in and still kill you. that has people on edge. Because that's why you buy an expensive house, to get away from people who want to murder you. And if they're going to murder you, might as well have a $1,200 a month apartment building on Kester and Sherman Way. Same deal.
That meeting will be held here at the Encino Community Center. It starts in about an hour. Now, tonight, they will be addressing a lot of safety concerns that many of the neighbors have been bringing up.
Okay, I know where that is, the Encino Community Center. I took cotillion dance classes there when I was in 3rd grade.
What?
That's right.
No way.
That's right. My friend Matt McDaniel and Mike Hennessy, their moms signed him up for cotillion. Now, growing up in the Valley Flats, I'd never heard that term before, cotillion. I didn't know what that meant. And so my mom just signed me up for it. And I went and I discovered, it's a dance class for guys.
Probably the only way she could get you to go.
Yeah. So I split and they stayed.
You split?
It was an 8-week course. I was home before dinner. It was that thing started at 4:00. I was home by about 4:45 or so.
And your mother's response?
She has 6 kids, so she didn't know where I was supposed to be at what time and everything. So, but yeah, I was not going to, at 3rd grade, that was not me.
You could have used some of that poise.
One was they were going to teach the foxtrot and square dancing.
It would have made you a more well-rounded young man.
Really?
Do you still have your tutu?
I split. I took off. But my buddies Matt and Mike, they lasted 8 weeks. They went through the whole course.
And I bet they look back and they're glad they did that.
I'll tell you, they were bigger studs by far. By far.
Did you dance at your wedding?
I think I did, but barely. I mean, if you can call it that. I did like a pop and lock thing.
At your dance, a pop and lock.
That's why I don't tell everybody, because that's the reaction I get.
Domo arigato.
Yeah.
See, if you had stayed with a cotillion, you wouldn't have done a pop and lock.
But I did it just for the entertainment. I mean, look who pops and locks at his wedding. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty funny. Plus, I was really buzzed. Really, really buzzed. All right, let's get back to the important stuff here in Encino, at the Encino Community Center. Big meeting.
This follows the July 10th shooting deaths of American Idol music supervisor Robin Kay and her husband Thomas DeLuca, both 70. According to police, 22-year-old Raymond Badarian allegedly shot the couple when they returned from grocery shopping while he was burglarizing their home. Badarian is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of first-degree burglary. NBC4 investigates uncovered court records that show Badarian was jailed last year on suspicion of threat, weapons, and battery charges.
Wow. How did he get out then? Those seem like all very serious charges.
Weapons and battery charges.
Wow.
In December, a judge dismissed the case against Badarian after a mental health...
That sounds like Encino's calmed down.
In December, a judge dismissed the case against Badarian after a mental health evaluation was completed and he was placed in a conservatorship. Many neighbors disturbed he was out of jail after the charges were dismissed.
God almighty, could she get any closer? Or the ambulance get any closer while she's doing this live hit?
And he was placed in a conservatorship. Many neighbors disturbed he was out of jail after the charges were dismissed. The Public Safety Committee inviting LADA...
Right there. Go.
The Public Safety Committee inviting LADA Nathan Hockman and LAPD Captain Michael Bland to discuss these safety concerns. I'm joined now by Encino Neighborhood Council Vice President and Chair of the Public Safety Committee, Roy Nowacer. Roy, what was the...
What's his name? Roy Nowacer?
Yes.
No way, sir.
Roy Nowacer. Roy, what was the goal of bringing this meeting together?
Not sure. Yeah, well, there's had 2 murders. Is that not a big enough reason? Anybody?
The people in Encino are scared. They're nervous.
That's right.
They don't understand why this person was let out after being arrested to commit this heinous crime. What we want to do is bring some clarity to this, let people understand if there's an explanation for it, what it is.
Yeah, I'd love to hear the explanation for it.
To try to prevent it from happening again so that we don't have this happen in our community and to reassure the neighborhood that it's being taken seriously.
Okay. All right, Roy, that meeting again starting in less than an hour. Thank you so much for joining us. And again, NBC LA, we will be inside that meeting at 7 o'clock, and we will be hearing those issues and those concerns with these neighbors, and we'll bring you a live report in less than an hour. Reporting live in Encino, Tracy Leong, NBC4 News.
All right. We're going to upgrade power lines here. There's going to be, they're causing rolling power outages, so you want to know about these.
Karen Snyder says that her patience with Southern California Edison has worn thin.
Now, if they only did it once in a great while, we could cope.
Snyder lives in Lake Elsinore and says the power has been turned off repeatedly with little relief in sight.
Since June, they've turned the power off June 18, June 30th, July 7th, July 10th, July 17, and it's scheduled to go off again July 22nd.
Yeah, in the middle of the summer in Lake Elsinore where it's 108.
But these aren't the fire season shutoffs Californians are used to.
Sometimes the notification is they're upgrading equipment. Other times they say it's maintenance. Today he told me they're coating the wires.
Southern California Edison says it's all part of a wildfire safety upgrade, replacing bare wires with insulated ones.
We know there have been several outages as they've been putting covered conductor in more and more sections of it. We're nearly finished with the work up there.
This map shows 4 scheduled outages in Lake Elsinore.
Oh, boy. It's 112. Please keep the AC on.
Plus the current one, affecting more than 200 homes. Crews were out today installing the coated wires.
That is our main tool for reducing the risk of wildfire when certain conditions are met.
Once the new wiring is fully installed, customers in high fire risk zones like Snyder's could see fewer public safety power shutoffs in the long run.
Okay. All right, so that's a positive for
Angelenos.
Or East Angelenos. I guess Lake Elsinore would be East Angelenos. Angelenos. The sexy Karen Bass.
Angelenos.
All right, we now know that the Miss Schneider, who owns In-N-Out, is pulling up stakes, moving to Tennessee. She's had it. And we'll tell you, it's not good for California. You can't keep these businesses leaving California because they take really good jobs with them.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anna Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anna Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slip covers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
In-N-Out is out. The woman who runs In-N-Out is leaving. And she is pulling up stakes. Her last name is Snyder, I believe, right? Leaving California for Tennessee. Let's find out why, as if we need to know, as if we couldn't guess why she's leaving.
There's a lot of great things about California, but raising a family is not easy here.
Did you hear that?
Raising a family is not easy here.
You know who said this? A billionaire. She's worth over $1 billion and said it's not easy to raise a family here. Okay. I 100% believe her. If that's true, if billionaires are finding it hard to raise children in California, how the hell is anybody doing it on 40, 50 grand, 60 grand a year?
Raising a family is not easy here. Doing business is not easy here. Now, the bulk of our stores are still going to be here in California.
Thank God. Thank God. You imagine if she said, we're closing up all the stores in California, moving to Tennessee. Don't you think a lot of people would move with her just to keep In-N-Out in their life?
But it will be wonderful having an office out there, growing out there.
Totally.
And being able to have the family and other people's families out there.
In-N-Out will consolidate its local operations at its headquarters in Baldwin Park. Snyder also told the interviewer that rapper Kid Rock helped draw the map for In-N-Out's planned expansion into Texas and Tennessee. Snyder, who grew up in Northern California, is the only grandchild of In-N-Out founders Harry and Esther Snyder.
Wow. So she's taking off.
Out there.
Totally.
Totally, yeah.
Totally.
That's not her. That's the interview saying that.
Totally.
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 Yeah. So you know who's going to miss Miss Snyder being here in California? You know who's going to really miss her?
Angelenos.
Angelenos. Okay. She's not the only one pulling up stakes. John Paul Mitchell Systems, you know, the hair guys, they are splitting. They're going to Texas. Realtor.com. Realtor.com with, isn't that Reba McEntire? I think that Reba McEntire does the commercials for when she said, you ought to put a key ring on it. That's Reba McEntire. They're moving from California. They're going to Texas. Twitter, X, has pulled up stakes. They left Northern California. They're going to Texas. Chevron, a fairly popular gas station. They are leaving California and moving to Texas. Neutrogena, moving from California to New Jersey. McAfee Systems going to Texas. FICO, that's where we get all our credit scores. They're going to Montana. Tesla has pulled out of California. They're going to Texas. AECOM, the world's trusted infrastructure consulting firm, is leaving California. They're going to, Texas. Snowflake, never heard of them, but they're leaving. They're going to Montana. Charles Schwab, the financial services firm, is worth $26 billion. I'm sorry. They have a merger of $26 billion with TD Ameritrade in October of 2020. They're moving from California to Texas. A lot of high-paying jobs going with them. Oracle, moving out of California. You got it. Going to Texas. And you know who's going to be really sad about all these companies moving out? Angelenos. Hewlett-Packard, big, huge computer company, leaving Los Angeles. I remember they used to have a big hub in North Hollywood. They're going to Texas. CBRE, I don't know what they do. I guess they're the world's largest commercial real estate service. They're going to Texas, and they're just one after another after another. Nissan left. I think Toyota split as well. And they're all leaving for other states. It is not good for us to lose these big companies. They have a lot of great, huge salaries that we need to keep here in Los Angeles. And I don't know whether the governor's fighting to keep them here or Mayor Bass is fighting to keep them here. I don't know. But whoever's doing the fighting is not doing a good enough job. And you know who's going to suffer when all these companies move out?
Angelenos.
It's not good. All right, there's a public hearing going on in 5 minutes in Encino at the Encino Community Center, right there off of Balboa and just a little bit north of Ventura. And they're going to discuss the crime going on in Encino, the 2 murders that happened off of White Oak and Rancho. And there's going to be probably standing room only because people react when you have a $5 million home and there's somebody coming in and shooting you and your wife in the head. Well, those people get active. And in Encino, there's going to be a big meeting tonight with D.A. Hochman. And there might be some pressure there. I know NBC is going to be there. I'm sure Channel 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, everyone will be there. And there's going to be a lot of pressure to get these to get answers out of how this guy who's had multiple arrests was still allowed to be out of jail and free and kill innocent people in Encino. So that's going on right now. In 2 minutes, D.A. Hochman will be there. It's at the Encino Community Center, which if it's in the same place when I was growing up, it's on Balboa on the west side of the street, just north of Ventura, if you want to slide in there and get some answers. All right, Mo Kelly is next with his whole crew right here on KFI AM 640. Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com, featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.